We've scoured the internet to bring you the ultimate in life hacks, bonkers inventions and crazy contraptions designed to make your life easier, more exciting and definitely more fun. And we've summoned a team of experts with science brains and funny bones to explain everything. From the ridiculous to the sublime. And make sure you strap in for the grand finale at our very own Hack HQ, where we create and construct an epic stunt, our very own supersized solutions to life's problems, big and small, with the help of Mike Sansom, pyrotechnician, chemist and engineer, and his human guinea pigs, Marcus Bronzy and Stephen Grant. For now, sit back, relax and put your feet up. Let us do the hard work so you don't have to. This is how hacks work. These days, being lazy has got a bad reputation. But luckily for all you couch potatoes out there, we're here to defend it by showing you some of the internet's brightest lights when it comes to lounging your way through life.
I think it's brilliant. I mean, why else were drones invented other than to deliver takeaway food?
What's wrong with doing nothing? In fact, why don't you do that now and we'll show you how to really take it easy. From using your head to relax, to zero effort dating, and making food delivery effortless. Even Mike and Marcus are taking it easy this week as they show you the ultimate lazy epic hack to get your food delivered in an instant.
This lazy hack life is the life.
Ah, bedtime. The ultimate goal for any lazy hacker. But don't you just hate it when you forget to turn off the light once you're under the duvet? With one well-aimed shot and an elaborate use of a child's toy, it's lights out without even having to get up. But how do things that actually fly, as opposed to being tied to a piece of string suspended from the ceiling, actually do it? Of the four forces that act on a plane, lift is the one that keeps you up in the air. And the key to producing lift lies in the wings. Their specially designed aerofoil shape forces the air to flow faster over the top of the wing than the bottom. This creates a difference in pressure thanks to Bernoulli's principle. The faster the flow, the lower the pressure. The high pressure underneath the wing applies an upward force on the wing, lifting it into the air. So as well as four engines, the plane's two wings really are essential to keeping you up in the air where you belong. Can we get a demo, please?
So I'm blowing on top of the piece of paper, which you might think would push it down, but it doesn't, it lifts it up. And that's all because of what you get on a plane, lift.
Granted, this hack doesn't involve any real flying, but you have to admire the effort he's put into its construction.
I'm a very lazy person, but I think I'm too lazy to even set up the system to do it, but I'd give it a try.
Not that lazy then, James. The effort required to make this really misses the point of the whole lazy theme of the show. So I'm afraid this is an overly engineered miss.
Walking the dog can be a tedious chore, so I've developed a system. I don't even have to get off my butt to do it. We're gonna walk him with a remote-controlled car this morning. See how it works.
Since ancient times, nothing has encapsulated the special bond between man and dog more than their daily walkies. This guy, though, is so lazy, he's decided to try and hack this time-honoured tradition. Unfortunately, though, that involves using a remote-controlled car specially rigged up with a camera, carefully attaching the lead to the car, and painstakingly controlling it from a very close distance, all after walking the dog to a suitable location. Of course, this very lazy hack wouldn't work if you have a dog that walks quicker than about 0.3 kilometers per hour. Technically, this dog walking hack works, but only after you spend at least 4 days setting it up. Come on, guys, our loyal pooches deserve more than this. It's a much miss from me. Now, we already have robots doing everything for us, so why not throw washing our hair into the mix too? Yes, really.
The only thing that I'm worried about is that it's kind of missing that hairdresser chat element.
Yet another reason this is an amazing hack then.
So this machine here looks like a helmet, which actually is releasing shampoo and water, and actually moving around and massaging, so creating a nice lather with the shampoo in the hair, and this is probably what's going to be cleaning it. But this helmet's really great because it actually also rinses the shampoo out and even dries the hair afterwards, and all of that in just 5 minutes.
It would save so much time. If women around the world could do that, then we could really just usurp men. It'd be brilliant.
Wash, rinse, dry and repeat the lazy way with this radical rinsing robot. A hairy hack hit. Coming up at Hack HQ, Mike with his guinea pig Marcus will be enlisting his favourite thing in the world to help us get our lays on. Yep, you've guessed it, explosives. So far we've shown you a light switching shortcut to sleep and a lazy way to freshen up those follicles. The internet must have more ways to cut corners though. That's what it was invented for, right? So let's dive back in. Now, if you fancy a drink but can't be bothered to look for a bottle opener, then this hack has got the solution in the post. Literally.
I'm always impressed when anyone opens a bottle with like a cigarette lighter or the edge of a table like that. I can't do any of those things.
That's because you're not cool like me, George.
Oh God. No, I don't even know it. Oh, ow. This is not gonna... Maybe it would help if I didn't actually hold it down. This envelope is faulty.
Don't worry, Juliet. At How Hacks Work, we always know when it's time to teach you life's most valuable lessons. The key to successfully opening a bottle lies in your pivot. Like the middle of a seesaw, a pivot is a fixed turning point that helps you turn a downward force into an upward force. By putting a pivot, in this case your other hand, as close to the bottle top and as far away from the hand holding your screwdriver, you increase your turning force. And with this magnified turning force, that bottle top doesn't stand a chance. Cheers!
I think most people have tried out this hack. In theory, it should work every single time. I don't know. I'm a mixed bag when I've tried it.
Ah, I did it!
Next to money, lighters, teeth, keys and other bottles, this drink opening hack is just another case of practice makes perfect. But being lazy myself, I can't be bothered, so it's a miss. Love takeaways? Hate that takeaway containers are impossible to eat out of? If you're one of the 900 billion people who agree with that statement, this next video's for you.
You might not believe it, but the average person spends about 1 hour 38 minutes washing up per week. And that's about 84 hours per year, which equates to about 286 days over your entire lifetime.
Yes, great idea, or alternatively, why use a fork? You know, I mean, you could just open it out completely and just bury your face in it.
George's an all-you-can-eat buffet must truly be a sight to behold.
This is a very, very lazy hack, but it's actually really good in terms of recycling, because if you don't use a plate, then you're not going to be washing up a plate, so it's probably better for the environment.
Apart from, of course, the plastic bag, chopsticks, sauce sachets and takeaway box it comes in. Takeaways for life, and all in the name of the environment. I'm sold. A lazy, labour-saving hack hit! Fact. Chopsticks are hard to use, and anyone who says otherwise is a liar. But if you want people to think you can use them, get ready for this awesome hack for the lazy diner.
I think this is really good. It's like stabilisers for chopsticks. It's like learning chopsticks. Yes, you could use a fork, but you don't want to be that person, do you? Using a fork when everyone else is using chopsticks.
The perfect chopstick is dependent on the size of your hand, and scientists have worked out that the ideal length is 1.5 times the distance between the tip of your forefinger and your thumb.
What would we do without these scientists, eh? This savoury shortcut will save you hours of chopstick fiddling time. It's an authentic hack hit. Over at Hack HQ, plans are underway for our epic lazy hack, where Mike, with the help of human guinea pig Marcus, is pulling out all the stops to make your life a lot easier. Can anyone else smell gunpowder?
What are you doing there, mate?
Digging a hole to plant a tree.
This is supposed to be the lazy episode.
Well, seeing as this is the lazy episode, go for it. I'm going to take a seat.
Yeah, cheers.
Lucky that was there.
Surely there's got to be an easier way.
Keep going, keep going.
Can anyone else hear Mike sniggering?
Oh, come on, Mike.
OK, I'll tell you what, I have got a much easier way of doing this.
That's a relief, because this was looking like the most boring hack ever.
Doesn't involve digging. Underneath my seat here, a couple of sticks of dynamite and a detonator.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't encourage him, Marcus.
So how's this working then?
Right, what we have to do is we stick a bit of dynamite down the hole, like that.
Step one.
Step one. And then step two, I put a detonator into the dynamite and pop that down the hole too.
With you so far, Mike?
So how are we going to be using dynamite to make this hole then?
You had to ask, didn't you, Marcus?
Right, so dynamite is a high explosive, and when it detonates, it produces a rapid expansion of gas, which pushes everything out in all directions, including this soil. Nothing's going to stand in its way. Bang, big hole.
Good. And what other uses are there for it?
Like a red rag to a ball.
Making bigger holes. No, seriously, it's used in loads of industry. Mining, quarrying, all sorts of things like that. It makes bigger holes.
Great. Well, let's get this tree in the lazy way then.
Right, OK. So we've got a firing system here.
All right.
I'll connect up the detonator to the firing system. So if you just come around here. There we go. Right, pop it into number one.
OK.
OK, off we go.
Let's go.
To a safe place. Hang on, hang on. That tree is going to pretty much plant itself.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, to be honest, Mike.
Right, let's do this. This is how you plant a tree, right?
Take a seat.
All right. Go.
You ready?
Of course I am. Born ready.
Do it.
Ah, yes! Yes, Mike, that is how you plant a tree. Let's go and find out how our tree's doing.
Oh, I don't think it survived.
You're not the only one, Mike.
Yes, look at that.
That is a hole.
Why is it so round?
That is because it's high explosive, blowing out in all directions perfectly equally. Big round hole.
Mike, you've surpassed yourself.
So, tree.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'll get that.
Oh, there you go.
Cheers. Job done.
He came, he saw, he blew a hole in the ground with dynamite. Make sure you stick around, because later we'll see Mike using explosives for round 2 of our lazy epic hack. Is there no end to its uses? So far you've seen a lazy chopstick hack to avoid noodle nightmares, and one that means as long as you have paper, you'll always have a lazy way to open a bottle. But don't get off that reclining sofa yet, because we've got even more lazy hacks coming up, including a hack to make your hound master of its own hygiene, and a drinks catapult that delivers precious carbonated cargo without having to move a muscle. Well, maybe a couple. If your beef with internet dating is the effort it takes to choose that perfect soulmate, this next hack will help you meet your match.
I think there's certain people that this may actually work for because, you know, we all know that person that constantly swipes left.
It is hard to commit if you're a piece of meat because you just go off so easily.
Don't mince your words, Juliet.
All touchscreens work in the same way. When you put your finger on them, you are effectively closing off a circuit, and so you get a small amount of electric charge that starts to move, and the screen can detect exactly where that is. Evolutionary studies have shown that in a good partner, we're looking for someone who's got a good gene pool.
We do know that, in general terms, humans are attracted to symmetrical faces and bodies, and this is thought to represent a good pool of genes within that person.
I thought that piece of meat was a commitment phobe, but I think it might have been cured.
Taxi for Juliet, please. Internet dating can sometimes feel like a meat market, But with this lazy hack, you can leave your fate to a steak. A romantic yet repulsive hack hit. As if getting a date isn't hard enough, then you have to find the energy to spruce yourself up. But if you're lazy and you don't mind a bit of slobber on your face, there's always Rover. Some people like dogs and some people love dogs. Then there's this guy. Nothing like a reassuring pep lick before you go out on a date.
I love this life hack, mainly because I desperately want a dog of my own. So as long as I have a dog, I'll be happy. It can clean anything.
It was found that men with beards actually have probably less bacteria on their face than men who shave.
Even men with beards covered in dog saliva?
If you let a dog lick you, most of the time the germs aren't going to do you any harm. It's actually been found that the germs from humans licking you can be more harmful than the germs from a dog's mouth.
I would have loved to be a fly on the wall for that study. I've got a routine when I wash, and no matter how lazy I'm feeling, a chocolate Labrador has no part in that routine. A mangy miss. If you find yourself far away from liquid refreshments and too lazy to get it, this catapult hack will save you precious calories. Catapults have had many uses throughout history. Warfare, oh yeah, and firing drinks at people.
Catapult works on the basis of converting potential energy into kinetic energy. The further you pull them back, the more potential energy you're building up in those elastics. And then when you release it, that potential energy flies the can forwards and you get kinetic energy.
I was wondering also if maybe we could use that kind of catapult thing to send, wine from France over to the UK, because I would be ready to catch that.
Ever heard of the Channel Tunnel, Juliet? It's super quick and you don't run the chance of being knocked out by a flying glass bottle.
I mean, that's going to be shaken up. That is going to just foam all over your face.
You must have heard of tapping the top 3 times. Always works for me. If being lazy is all it takes to justify using siege weaponry, then I'm definitely declaring this drink-delivering beast a hack hit. You've got your favourite beverage, now what's the perfect accompaniment? That's right, pizza! But if you're really lazy, you can have it flown directly to you in a tiny helicopter, obviously. Yeah, I know what you're all thinking. If there was proof that humanity had reached its peak, this is it.
A drone flies because of something called thrust. A drone will have typically 4 rotors, and those rotors are these basically spinning fans that push air downwards. That's thrust.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's wonderful. It's an amazing feat of technology. I mean, why else were drones invented other than to deliver takeaway food?
We often think of drones as these little machines flying about on their own, but certain companies have started investigating swarms of drones that can do even more and be even more powerful for things like military or rescue type operations.
But of course, none are more important than the pizza copter.
The pizza copter could be the future of takeaway delivery.
Is, Rob, is. A nice slice from the skies. This lazy hack means you never have to burn off precious calories retrieving your pizza. The perfect hunger-busting, high-tech hack hit. Over to Hack HQ. The countdown is over and the fuses are lit. There's no cannon too big, no dynamite too strong for Mike to handle. And with his trusty guinea pig Marcus, he'll try anything so that you don't have to. Earlier, Mike found a way to make gardening an acceptable pastime, even for lazy people, by digging a hole with dynamite. Now, though, he's going to use those same ingredients to solve the age-old problem plaguing all lazy people. How can I get my takeaway food delivered at rocket speed?
I'll tell you what, Mike, this lazy hack life is the life.
Easy, right?
Yeah, man. You smell that?
Well, it wasn't me.
I smell something.
I could do with a bit of that grub.
Oh, that.
That's my mate down there. Shall I phone it in?
Yeah, go on.
All right.
Cheeseburger
Hang on.
with another burger on top.
Dave, cheeseburger and another burger on top. Top stuff. Cheers.
So how are we going to get it from there to here?
You could get Dave to bring it.
Reel it in.
Literally?
Literally.
Oh, go on.
Hey. fish a lot?
Nah,
Nah, not me.
you do now.
Oh yes, this is far easier than just getting it delivered. You do know this is the lazy episode, right, Mike?
Is fishing really this difficult?
Well, it is when you do it like this, mate.
Oh,
Come on.
Lads, you do know we've literally just seen a video of someone having their food delivered by drone, right? Lads? No? I'll leave them to it.
I can smell it. Right, I'm going to join it there.
All right, cheers.
That's much easier now. Should have done it this way. Right, stick him on there. He's not going anywhere. Oh, look at this. Wow. Look at this food.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, that's all well and good, but where's the hack?
Ah, see, that's not the hack.
Good, because that looked like it just put the epic into effort, not lazy.
Sending it back down for dessert, that's when the hack comes into play.
All right.
Is it any surprise that a lazy hack from Mike would involve an intricate knowledge of rocket propulsion, loads of equipment, and a massive amount of effort? You're not quite getting this whole laziness thing, are you, Mike?
What's going on here?
I've linked up some rockets to the basket, to the top. They've got black powder in them. The black powder rockets, when you light them, they're going to produce loads of thrust and it's going to fly that thing right down at top speed.
Right, I want my dessert. Let's do this.
Light her up. Okay, here we go.
All right.
I think we'll get our dessert back pretty quick now, don't you?
Yeah, 100% if they send it like that.
Yeah, but you'll just have to wait for Dave to source some explosives, rig it up to a load of rockets, attach it to the zip wire, somehow secure it into a box so it doesn't spill anywhere, and then send it back up with enough force to reach you. Real effort saver this one, Mike.
Okay, so using dynamites to blow holes to put trees in and using rockets to get your dessert to and from.
Seriously lazy.
If you could design one ultimate lazy hack for yourself,
Yeah.
what would it be, Mike?
It'd have to be a robot. Robot that does everything for me. Cooking, cleaning, the lot.
I think we could all do one of those.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah, one day.
That's it for Lazy Hacks. And to show you how committed to laziness I am this week, well, I've not even written a conclusion. See you next time.